This live stream is for entertainment and information purposes only. Do not copy our trades, as we are just trading to have fun. Many of our trades could already be closed before you even see us opening the trade on YouTube due to the delay of the stream, and we trade offline as well, so you do not get to see the complete picture. We make no claims of profitability. We are not licensed professionals, and we are not providing any investment or trading advice. Greater than 90% of all traders lose money, and we are not responsible or liable for any of your trading decisions or losses. Please trade on demo only and consult a licensed professional. Please read and understand CFTC Rule 4.41. Let's get to the charts and trade safe today. Okay. Hello? We're living in bizarro world. Why do I say that? Because my 9 o'clock alarm just went on at 8:07. I'm really confused. Anyways, open the camera. Let's get Ninja Trader opened up. Sparky, anytime you want to stop meowing, you're not getting cookies. That's enough. You don't get a whole pot. You're only supposed to get less than 10 a day, it says. You got 150 already. Go bother somebody else. Go bother Omnius. Go bother Woodchip. Yeah, you can yell all you want. The answer is still no. Okay, let me get Ninja Trader open. I'll get an idea of where we stand. What the hell is that weird box? Oh, of course. Of course. I always have to make a mistake. Really? Okay, let's just do a sound check. Sound is working. Let's get a little music for tonight. It's supposed to be on the bottom. Why does it keep moving? What do we got playing? Not in the mood for this. I will play it a little bit. Okay. You know what I liked about having Project X on my screen? I can see it without having to lean forward. Really? So what do we got? First things first, let's go to the 1 minute chart and see our 2 minute opening range play. When does it lose, huh? No end of day marker? Seriously? Ooh, boy, it was a nice one today. It just rocketed higher. Entry at 952. Fuck, it went up like 40 points in a few minutes. I tell you, I keep telling myself I gotta start taking that trade. I think I came twice. I made money once, but it took a long time to go. Maybe I'm just too impatient. And the other time it took an hour and a half for it to trigger, and then another hour and a half for me to break even on it. But ever since then, all it's doing is crushing it. Barely see any losses. So where do we stand? Do I have a 5-minute chart somewhere? Really? I don't have a 5-minute chart. What do I got? I got the 30-minute, kind of trading sideways. What a push higher, eh? After 1 o'clock from 24,000. Like, let's go with 650, 663 actually, all the way up to almost 25,000. 350 point push up. Impressive. What does the 4-hour look like? Duplicate a new tab. Anytime you get tired, Sparky, you let me know. I don't have my chat up. Oh, okay, looks good. Put it to live chat. I don't know why YouTube doesn't do that. Apparently that would be too intelligent. $240-minute chart. Load.
Sonido antiguo en mis venas. The power of my ancestors call. El sonido antiguo me llena. Towards the light and now we're falling.
Where was I drawing my trend line for the 4-hour chart? How many days do I want to put up?
Feel the strings vibrating, ancient sounds creating patterns in my mind now, legacy defining. These can make connecting, rhythms that protect us, moving through the ages while tiempo me afecta. I guess I'm in my past now, making this our last now. Simple la magia, rising through the sound now. Every string I'm playing, gets my heart praying.
Let's put up 40 days. I want to see the
calling through time. Sangre sonido, your story and mine. Antiguo, antiguo, through the ages we flow. Antiguo.
Do I have an F3 key here? No, it's a function key. Function F3. That's very interesting. Why didn't I see that before?
Tonight I'm here alone in this empty space, just the wooden floor and memories of grace. Las luces bajas, no one else to see, just me. Bailo solo, 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 con el silencio a mi lado.
You know what? This is the perfect chart for a course on trend lines because there are so many exceptions. Okay, Sparky. Tomorrow we'll look at it. I'll bring it up in the daytime. I'll probably be streaming early tomorrow. Maybe I'll come in at 7 o'clock. Very interesting. I'm going to keep this trend line up here. Hopefully it gets saved. Well, on the 4-hour chart, I can see we put in 2 higher lows. So it does look like the markets are, and a higher high. So it does look like we do want to go higher. We'll see what this little bump down gives us, but markets do look like they're going down. $53,000 volume. That's pretty high for 8 o'clock. Actually, it's quite high for 8 o'clock. What the hell? You just
the DJ booth is dark and still, but in my mind I feel the thrill like it is not just a galore and everyone share the floor. Now I'm writing my own story, so a better sin memoria of what they think I should be, just a rhythm inside of me. Las trompetas en mi mente suena suave lentamente. The freedom that I found.
I'd be so curious to know how Tori trades her trend lines. Because if you look at the 4-hour chart, my God, they're like on the rally we had since the beginning of September. I think you have 15 different ways you can draw the trend lines, and you violated them. Some you've closed below. Like, where do you keep redrawing? Especially she's holding trades for 2 weeks. She's got to be doing it on the long term. Not that I think trend lines are magic. I'm just curious on what her process is, because that's what it all comes down to, basically, your process. Okay, put this up here. Well, I didn't hear the news. Are we on day 15 tomorrow of the shutdown?
Solo con mi soledad en este salón vacío. Bailo solo, no necesito más, entre recuerdos perdidos. The chairs against the wall, they watched us dance before. Now they're witnesses. So what I'm looking for, mi libertad in this quiet space, just me. Vuela solo, 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 aunque silencio orillado. Listen, no, pues hasta más allá. Empty bottles on empty tables, forgotten jackets, forgotten fables. Los pies se mueven al compás del tiempo que no volverá, del tiempo que no volverá. The DJ booth is dark and still, but in my mind I feel the thrill like there's launches, they galore and everyone share the floor. Now I'm writing my own story, solo pero sin memoria of what they think I should be, just a rhythm inside of me. Las trompetas en mi mente suenan suave lentamente. This freedom that I found tonight makes everything feel so right. Bailo solo con mi soledad, bailo solo en este salón vacío. Bailo solo, no necesito más de recuerdos perdidos. La música regresa.
Sorry, Joker. I was just texting Omnius. He's having major problems with his computer. What's up? Nothing. I had a really shitty day today. It's been a long time. I haven't had a day as bad as today. I didn't have a complete mental, Mike's done. Say what's up, Mike. I didn't have a complete mental breakdown in a long time. Now, the good news is I didn't really do damage to my PA accounts, but the evals I was working on, well, let's just say we're going to wait for them to get renewed. Not entirely true also. I passed one and I got another one close to passing, so it's not all bad, but still, it was not what I am supposed to be doing. Not what I am supposed to be doing, and I have to acknowledge the fact that it was a complete mental collapse. And the crazy thing about it is, I had full tilt, I'll be honest. I had such a handle on it. I mean, it wasn't even coming up anymore, and I was even saying, wow, you know what? Now that I've seen the other side of total control without effort. I mean, it really was. It was almost effortless already. It was all I was interested in doing, just trading properly. But you know what? I think my success got into my brain and said, all you're doing is winning. So, you know, step on the gas. You got volatility. Step on the gas. Put the pedal to the floor. And once again, I learned putting the pedal to the floor. It's one thing to press on the gas a little bit harder, but to put the pedal to the floor, not a good idea. And I know that already. I know that already many times. But I guess, like I said, I mentioned even to my wife today. I said, or yesterday, I was asking Joker a couple times, you know, how's it going with the trading? But I even interjected an answer saying, you know what? We're always working on our game. It never goes away. I wish it would go away. That's the thing that bothers me. You know, I always ask, does it ever go away for any trader? Does it ever become easy, routine, and monotonous? Like, I can think that that only happens, you only get there if it's like someone's paying you to do it and you can't break the rules. But I do have to say, routine and monotonous, and having a green day after green day after green day is better than doing what I did today. So all I can do is say to myself that lesson learned, thank you very much. And I still have a little bit of anger in me, so I do want to, I still want to exact my revenge, so I'm going to have to, I guess, sleep it off. But I've been pretty good. Red days happen as long as you learn to minimize your red. You're good. Yeah, well, I didn't minimize my red today. I fought with the market. I tried to impose my will. And I can't even say that's entirely true. I was actually saying to myself, like, how is it possible when I always take a super large position that I shouldn't be taking? The market just, you know, even my best trades, they just don't work out. It's like, you know, I psychologically know when it's not going to work. Even my setups, it's crazy. I was like saying, no way, it's not possible. It's not possible. This is a 73% trade. You can't go on 7 losers in a row. Anyways, like I said, the damage wasn't that bad because it didn't touch my PA accounts. That's the most important thing. I respected those, which is good. I don't think I've disrespected my PA accounts for a very long time. I just hit my TP on a nice gold trade. Way to go, Mike. And tomorrow I'm going to trade, hopefully, 2 lots, 3 lots, super small. Of course, that always allows me to add once. But, what? Really? Why? Oh, okay, I understand. So, we pick up from where we left off. Let's take a look at gold. I don't have a gold chart up. Crazy what it's doing, though. Well, no, I don't have a gold chart up. Let's put up a gold chart over here. Let's get a 4-hour, what's that, a 30-minute? Let's put up a 30-minute gold chart. Duplicate a new tab. MGC. Last I looked, we were over 4,200. I can't believe it. Things gone bananas. 42.38. Wow. So you're taking longs, Mike? You're catching longs, or are you again? I guess there are long opportunities, eh? I mean, like, you know, like, I'm assuming you look for a substantial level to be broken, and I haven't seen that happen since the 10th of October. We've just been going higher and higher and higher and higher. We haven't had a lower low. Maybe here on the 14th there was one small one, but the lows are just higher low, higher low, higher low. Oh no, not necessarily. Okay, yeah, there was one right here. That was a long time ago, though. I mean, I'm looking on the 30-minute chart. So a long time ago. That's relative. It's 5:30 in the morning yesterday. Or no, I mean today. 5:30 in the morning today. Yesterday's trading. Wow, we took a little bit of a dump there, eh? I trade gold different. Yeah, I always wonder about, see, that's the thing. For me, since I'm not really practiced in counter trend trading, when we catch a move like this in gold that just keeps going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny, I always imagine people who are counter trend trading are getting their ass handed to them day after day after day after day. Keep finding a reason to go short. Every time we break a new high, calling that a level, the previous level, you know, and I'm saying, holy shit, how do you manage that, you know, like day after day after day of losses? But again, I don't really know the theory or the process. Same thing, you know, it's all down to process. I was looking at the trend line on the 4-hour chart on MNQ, and I was just wondering, I said, like, how the fuck what's the process for that Tori uses? Because there are so many different trend lines that you can draw with 3 touches on the 4-hour chart, going back to the beginning of September. I know you don't like trend lines, but I'm not trying to validate trend lines. I'm just saying what her process is, because it really just looks so damn subjective. She just guesses. Well, no, I mean, she said there's 3 touches, but, you know, like, when do you enter? Do you enter on, or not you, when does she enter? Does she enter on a close below? And then let's say you get a close below and it goes back up. Now you don't have 3 touches anymore because of that close below. It dropped a line, so I really can't see you getting... if you're just trading, I think she trades platinum, I think, like a couple of instruments, and on higher time frames, because she's holding like for weeks for her trades. So she's not using the insignificant levels, she's only using the significant levels, the one that like just stand out and scream at you, not the minor tops and bottoms. I'm assuming, I don't know, I mean, I'm making this all up out of my ass here. I have no idea what she does, but I'm so curious. Man, everyone trades different. You just got to use the setup that works for you. Not everybody's going to see everybody else's setup. Yeah, but I'm curious. That's the problem. You should see the conversations I have with GPT every day. Every day I got another curiosity or two. How does this work? What does that do? I just like to know. I have no interest in trading trend lines. It's not for me. I like what I do, but I'm just curious because there's so much subjectivity, I would think, in what she does. Anyways, I'm hoping one day someone gives me the answer, because that's the point. I'm not interested enough to want to go watch her material and learn variations of it on how other people are doing it. You know, like everyone has a variation or has their system of how they're trading ICT. My son made it his own, which is what you have to do. You have to make it your own. So I'm not interested in taking it that far and spending that kind of time. But I am interested in someone saying, oh, she does it like this and does it like that. And when it's broken, I'm just curious for a 2-paragraph synopsis. Hey, you know what? Maybe one day I'll ask GPT and see if there's an answer. I was hoping that video that Lance did would break it down. Thought he would have put more work into it. Wow, I'm so curious if gold is going to run all the way up to 5,000 in this run here. Who would think it wasn't long ago I was watching gold struggle to break 2,000? And it seemed like an impossible feat. Now we're at 4,200. Shit. Crazy, crazy. That really is a crazy run for gold. Yeah. I'm not. I don't know. Oh, no, wait. I played best out of 5. No, I think I did good today. What's this? This is a 9. I'm curious. If I change it to 5. What do we got on the ATR? Do I have an ATR up somewhere? 12? Wow. Holy shit. The 1 minute ATR is at 12. End of day, where is it? Trading hour break line. Really? What was today's range? You know what? See, that's one thing also I don't have in the daily. The daily range must have really opened up. Wow, gold 42.40. Still climbing. Give me a minute. Okay, I remember to turn it back on.
Te veo en la esquina con esa actitud divina. Sabes que no debemos, pero igual lo hacemos. Me he distraído, pero estoy bendecido. Cada vez que llegas, eso es perder la cabeza. Every night at 12, I lose my fucking mind. Baby, I'm bushy, can't leave you behind. Every night at 12, waking all the
Yeah, at least Woodchip's not here. He doesn't like this song. That's... Oh, we're back at the beginning? Template. Save. Save as default. Okay.
Watch you break your man. From enemies to lovers when the beat drops low. Can't fight this feeling, baby, let it flow. They say love and hate are two sides of the same coin we ride. Tonight we flip it and let it spin. See which side we're in.
I wish I knew how to open up extra tabs in this stupid platform. I tell you, they can really make just opening up a chart is difficult in wealth charts. Yeah, not time to figure it out now. You know what? Let me put it on a 2-lot. Let's see if I get a trade at 90. I'll take a short at 90. Really? 78, 82. Really? My stop's gonna be oof. Stop's gonna be tight. Or 880, 880, really? Maybe I could have sold at 885 and gotten out at 90. Eh.
La música won't ever stop. Gritando mi nombre, hey, hey. Making these streets my home. Mi gente gritando mi nombre. Never performing alone. Mi gente gritando dale. From zero to here we've grown. Mi gente, mi gente, mi gente. Just block parties where I belong. First beat drops, nerve hills gone. Energy rising like the sun. The flow natural.
I wonder if there's an ATM with this platform where I can set an automatic take profit and stop loss for 10 points. There's got to be a way somewhere, somehow. I mean, you know what? This platform, it looks like it's a copy of the Tradeovate, platform. It really acts like Tradeovate. Even with the delay that it has. Hey, good morning, Skeletor. Good morning. I'm like Omnius now. Good afternoon? No. Good evening? Yeah. Yeah. Good evening. Okay, good morning. We'll go with that. Good morning works for me if it works for you. It's morning for somebody somewhere right now. It's 8:43. Isn't it morning in Australia? Yeah, it is. It's wealth charts. Hey, Tiger, how's it going? It is wealth charts. I'm not a fan of it. Why? I have wealth charts and get them all. I'm not a fan of wealth charts, but I'll tell you why I have it. Because I wanted to try out the trade copier. I was optimistic that it would be a trade result copier. In effect, it's not, because I can see multiple positions when I take a trade, when I do copy trade. But it's still been pretty stable. I do have to say, it's still been pretty stable. Just logged in and gold is again. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, eh? It really is crazy. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going. I was talking about that before. I was wondering, for people who are counter trend traders or reversion to the mean traders, if they're getting hurt in this kind of market, or if they have some filter they use to prevent them from taking short trades until they actually see some kind of meaningful reversal. I like to know everything. Yeah, this is where somebody needs to say, yeah, but Mike, don't you know curiosity killed the cat? I don't want to trade everything. I just like to know everything. I don't want to be a jack of all trades. I'm happy specializing in what I'm doing. I like my scalping. I know it inside out. I know it from every angle. Sangre, sonido, your story and mine. Antiguo, antiguo, through the ages we flow. Antiguo, antiguo, let the ancient sound show. Yeah, you know what? I think even I mean, I do like to learn, and I think it's a trader's responsibility to keep, to keep up to date and keep exploring and keep learning. Nothing works forever, and it's it's your job to stay up to date and practice new skills. But it's also important to specialize if what you're doing is working and you found your niche, your technique, whatever. Like you said, what works for you. So maybe I should rephrase it. Kind of like with the counter trend trading. I'm not saying that I want to know how, Mr. X or Mrs. Y counter trend trades. I'm just wondering, in general, even my son, he's a counter trend trader. He's an ICT trader looking for significant highs and lows and then looking for reversals, although he doesn't trade gold. But often he gets hurt on one-way days. There's not a lot of one-way days, but he does get hurt on them. So, in general, I'm just curious how the counter trend traders do, and I guess I can say the same thing. I shouldn't bring up Tori's name. I should just bring up trendline traders. How trendline traders deal with the fact that there's so many exceptions to I'm in the Discord, the Truman Show. Good morning, and in case you don't see you, good afternoon, good night. Give me a half a second. I'll figure out how to get in there. Can I just go in there like that? Oh, that's how he does it so quickly.
Look at that.
Wow, I always wondered how Omnius beats me every time. I waste my time exiting. What's up,
Jeez.
Mike?
Oh, not shit. Yeah, can I get a water and then another Glenfiddich?
Oh, I'm tired. I really don't feel like going to go get water for you.
Single place. And what's the name of the company?
Oh, you got someone helping you. Okay, perfect. What are we? We're in public, private, application, audio, public, close.
Alright, there we go. Sorry, I was talking to somebody else.
Yeah, I was making jokes. You were saying, can I get a water? And I said, I really don't feel like going to get a water. I'm tired.
Oh, how dare you?
I'm tired. Don't make me work. I just got a whole bunch of shit for my daughter.
I'll stop.
Really? The cameras aren't on? Okay, hold on. I got one more step to do, and I think we're up and running.
All right.
We're off to the races. Ah, there we go. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's good enough.
I'm trying to figure out how to mute the damn on my phone.
Well, if you're good with phones, I'm going to give you mine because I have a bunch of voicemails and I can't figure out how to get into them. They did what do they call it? An update. Nothing's working now, and I even tried with GPT and can't get my voicemail, so.
That's terrible.
No big deal. I'm not
a
a phone guy. When people call me, I just look at the phone and go, I'm not getting that. It's just I'm just expecting one message that I have to take care of something and I'm waiting for them to get back to me. So I have to see if that was them that called. But other than that.
Are you an Android guy or you're a
well, I don't know if I told you the story. I'm 60 years old and I just got my first cell phone about 8 months ago. Never had one. But Android, I am definitely not an Apple guy. My whole family is Apple, and I always tell them, "What do you guys get an Apple for?" I think they build their phones to screw you. Their batteries die quickly, and they set their phones up so that you change it.
Mine lasts for a minute. I guess I don't really have any battery issues with mine. I'm an Apple guy.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned. I figured the battery should last forever. As long as your device works, your battery should last forever. It's like, serious? I can't open it up and change a fucking battery? When I bought my kids remote control cars when they were 10 years old, the battery died, I changed it.
That's fair.
What were you using? 2 tins with a string. You know what I was using, Tiger? I was using peace of mind. Nobody can reach me. If they wanted to talk, they had to call my wife or my kids. And I got to sit in peace. That's what I was using. Besides, look at the fucking world we live in. Everyone's got their heads buried in their phones.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I still don't bring it with me when I go out. My wife still bitches about that. Are you fucking kidding me? You finally got a phone? I still can't reach you when you go out? Yeah, I left it on my desk.
Yeah, that's rough, man. I bring my shit everywhere.
That's it, a little poke above. So overall, you think we're in a situation here where we're going to go for new all-time highs in the NQ? Just a guess? Or you think that this is the start of a little bit of a decline? I kind of think we're going to go for all-time highs. I think they're shaking out week longs. And I think they just did a double shake with today's sell-off again. Maybe they'll do a triple and a quadruple shake, but I think the end result, we're coming up into Christmas with the Christmas rally. So I'm saying, you know what? I got to think we're going to make a run for the highs again.
I mean, there's potential of it for sure. I think we're in the potential start of a breakdown. Even if we do hit the all-time highs, which is very possible, I think we will break down from there to make lower than what we have, even after this big down.
It'll be a shakeout to get out the weak shorts.
Yeah.
Either way, the market's shaking somebody, huh? You're either getting shook if you're a long or you're getting shook if you're a short. Somebody's going to get shaken out.
Were you, well, I guess I can't even ask if you were biased today because you scalp. So you really, I mean, I guess you have somewhat of a bias, but it doesn't really matter direction for you because you're a scalper.
Nah, yeah. My bias changes about my bias could change like every 5 minutes. It doesn't change every 5 minutes, but it could change rapidly. You know, it's kind of like using a 21 period moving average on the 1 minute chart. When you're above, you're taking longs. When you're below, you're taking shorts.
That sounds like an awful idea. Just a 1 minute chart in general.
Yeah, well, I don't use the 1 minute chart. You know, I use Renkos. But,
yeah, I know.
What I'm just saying is it's quick. It doesn't take a 250 point move to switch bias on the direction I'm going to be going. But yeah, I use also a longer term chart also. Let me clarify that. Use is the wrong word. I monitor a longer term chart. But even if the longer term chart is short, I'll still take longs on the shorter term chart. Because the numbers are the same. 73% is, if you're over, and it doesn't have to be the bands that I use. Any decent filter that's, you know, not
what are your bands? Are they like EMAs or what are they? Boiler bands?
Yeah, no, exponential moving average. That's what I use on Project X and Top Step X because they don't have MA envelopes. But NinjaTrader has something called MA envelopes, but still you're choosing your moving average, and I choose the EMA. It's, you know, so it's pretty close to, you know, well, here, let me give you a numerical example. I choose MA envelopes period 55. And if I put on an EMA 55 based on the high and an EMA 55 based on the low, those bands will look very similar to the MA envelopes at a 55 period. They're not identical, but you know what? There's no holy grail out there, and it really doesn't matter because, you know, there's no technical indicator that's, I won't say better than the other, but there's nothing that's perfect. They're all going to have their losing trades and they're all going to have their winning trades. And I know from doing this for so long, statistically, the numbers are always the same. You know, you go with something like a filter of 55, anywhere from 50 to 100, and your numbers, and you're going in that direction with a Renko. The probability of a 1 bar forming only is, on average, 27%. Because you have a 1 bar, but you also have a series of 2 bars, and you have all the series of 3 bars, and all the 4 bars, and all the 5 bar series, all the 6 bars. Like, you catching the logic?
I gotcha. Yeah, I tried the Renko bars. I played with them. I didn't try them, but I played with them a little bit, and they're They're different for sure.
Yeah.
That would definitely take some getting used to.
Yeah, there's so many ways, that they can be used for scalping. And I think the best way that I like, or I find for me,
Thanks, sir. Appreciate you.
If I'm patient, the best way is to let one bar form and then try and get a better price. Because once you get a better price, you're really improving your RR, and you still have the same probability of hitting at least the second bar.
So your Rankos are calculated by how many? It's like how many contracts are filled? Is that what it is? Right?
No, it's strictly price. So if price hasn't moved, once a Renko bar forms, right?
Yeah.
If you're telling the platform that your Renko bar should be, let's say, 10 points in NQ, another Renko bar will not form to the upside unless you move up 10 points. If it takes you an hour, if it takes you 3 days, if it takes you 30 seconds, it needs to move 10 points for the next bar to form. So it's like bricks. It's you're putting a brick at 480 to 490, and then the next brick is only when 500 gets hit, or on the opposite side, 470.
I gotcha.
Because the brick is displaying 480 to 490. So you can't overpaint. So you can't touch that 480 to 490 zone. So the next brick has to be either 490 to 500 or 480 to 470. Has to cover that space there. So, like if you got a reversal bar and it's 480 to 490, and then you fall to 485, for it to go up, you're getting 1.5 bars, which is like, that's a golden trade, because now you're 1-to-1. What's 1.5 bars to the downside, 1.5 bars to the upside, and it's a 73% probability.
Yeah, so 10 points, 10 points. Gotcha. Yeah. That's nice. I mean, it's
if
no
you got
weird
the
system, but it works.
Yeah, if you got the discipline to wait all the time for those, sometimes I don't, because you miss a lot of trades. It doesn't come back on you,
Oh yeah, I mean, I
so
get
how
it.
I
A
like
lot
to-
of days, I'd be
Yeah.
waiting all day to take my trade.
So what I like to do is I like to enter in 1 or 2 points better. That's my first entry. And then if it covers the whole bar, but I'll add to it. So again, just giving the example is before the bar is 480 to 490, it's the first bar to the upside. So at 490, I know the next bar, I know my profit target is 500. If I can get in at 488, I got 12 points. And then if it goes down to 480, I'll add. So I'll have an average price of 484, targeting 500, 16 points to the upside with my stop at 470, 14 points to the downside. So it's still, at that point, it's pretty much mathematically better than a 1-to-1, and it's a 73% probability, which is an excellent trade. Yeah, it's an excellent trade, but you got to be patient to wait for all of those. And sometimes I chase. That's when I say, when I chase is when it closes at 490 and I enter at 494. And then I get pissed. I say, what the fuck? Now I'm going for 6 points, and my stop is like, on 10-point bars, my stop is 24 points. That's ridiculous. That's a 1-to-4 inverted. And the math is all wrong. It's math. All you're playing, if you do it right, you're playing the math. As long as you do it right.
Fair.
So you don't look around. You're not always just not dipping your fingers and trying it, but you're not like, flipping pages in different magazines looking for different techniques and seeing how they work, and you're good with what you're doing, and you isolate yourself and just focus on that.
I mean, my setup's been paying the bills for a decade, man, so there's no reason to change it.
Yeah.
It works for me. I pretty averagely take anywhere from 70 to 100 points every day. Like, no need to change it, man.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, like in certain markets, I have different setups for different markets. Like my average, so that's my, run-of-the-mill setup, but I do have setups that are completely different for gold. I have setups that are completely different for consolidation days. So like every type of market, you need a different setup because the market's not always the same. Like, and that as well as anybody else. Like you can take big ass swings on certain days it's consolidation days, even though it's like, it may be a bigger consolidation day, like, 30, 40, 50 point zone, but like you got to have different setups for all of that. But I'd say for my main setup, it's pretty consistent with, you know, an everyday thing. And they're not all winning days, man. Just like anybody else, I take losses.
Would you say that it's on one-way days that you struggle the most?
No, it's actually probably the days I make the most.
Oh, really? On a one-way day?
Well, it depends because, like...
Let's say on NQ. Let's focus on NQ. On NQ, you're not looking for, like, taking out the London high or the overnight high and then looking for a short opportunity? You're not always looking to go counter and go to the other side of the range?
It really depends day by day for me. Like, I mean, I'm always looking for it to break, like, certain areas of structure. It doesn't always have to be, like, a London or an Asian, but, typically that is what I look for, is a lot of that. But, like, there are days where, like, I'll see something happen. I can't remember. It was like last week there. I knew what I was going to do like the day before, like midday day before. I knew what I was going to do tomorrow, you know? So it really depends on every day.
Let me get more specific on the question. Because I'm thinking here on a one-way day, how you wouldn't be getting hurt. Maybe you're looking at the longer-term time frame, and on a one-way day, you're going with the longer-term time frame, and assuming we're in a strong uptrend, you're narrowing it down now on a lower time frame and waiting for a long. You're not going both ways. You're not saying, oh, if we break London high, I'm shorting. If we break London low, I'm going long. You have a bias, and you're...
Yeah, I mean, you're saying, like, generally, like, if we kept going up through, like, New York closed yesterday, just example, we went up through Asian, up through London, and we're continuing up through New York. You're like, what do you do in that point? Because we've had no structure breaks, no nothing. That's what you're asking, right?
Yeah, well, more I was thinking if you're getting a trade every day, you know, like often there's like a 2-3 day cycle, 2 days down, 1 day up, 2 days up, and then back down again. Yes, if we're in an uptrend, the up days will have a wider range to the upside than the down days. But you gotta be like flipping to catch a trade every day.
Yeah, like my main trade, example is like today, my main trade today was ES. I didn't take a trade until, let's see what time this candle is. I didn't take a trade till around 9 today. Like it was like by 9:15. And it was short off of a break of structure for me. Like it came up, filled my area that I was looking for, and it rejected it. I shorted it. My short, I think, was at 56 today, and I took it down to 94.
Wow! Whoa! That whoa was for you.
Yeah, and I mean,
You need an F-150 to put all those points.
I was quite a few points, and like I know a lot of people.
Are you kidding me?
No. I
that's
mean,
insane.
It's all right. I mean, it's
in ES, that's insane. Fuck, that's like 60 points.
Yeah, it was a good day. It was definitely a good day.
Fuck, 60 points is hard to get off NQ. Forget ES.
And I knew, you just got to know where it's going, though. Like, at the end of the day, you got to know where it's going. I guarantee a bunch of people took some W's on longs today. Like, off of the structure break at ES this morning, off the open. I guarantee a bunch of people made some money off of the long. And, like, yeah, I could have took that, but I had no interest in the long today. I knew we were going to break down. So I was waiting. I waited all morning, you know what I'm saying? Because I get on at 5 a.m. my time. So, like... Oh,
wow.
Yeah, I waited all morning from 5 a.m. till a little after 9 to take my trade.
Okay.
But then I took, that was it. I took that one trade, and then even when it consolidated mid-afternoon, like I held through all that bullshit. And then once it hit, that was it. That was my one and done on the day. And that's most of my days. It's a one and done.
Yeah, that's good. It's impressive. Very impressive. And sounds very, very consistent.
It's just time, man. It's just a lot of time. And, like I said, don't get me wrong. Some days I get clapped. I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'm 100% win rate, bro.
No,
like,
of course not. If you said you didn't, I would say you're a liar.
I get clapped. Yeah, I get clapped, man.
You have to be realistic. Of course
you got to be realistic.
Losers. There's nobody.
I get clapped. But I got a pretty good win rate. Like, my current win rate for last month was 86%.
Wow. That's phenomenal.
So I mean, it happens, but I minimalize my losers too, like really well. Like I think I did have one bad day last week, but it was only $400.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's nothing. $400 is nothing.
Mm.
Especially when I trade minis. Like $400 on a mini ain't shit.
What time do you mind if I ask you? I mean, I don't mind if you don't want to give it up, but I was going to say what time you entered ES at. I'd like to see around where the entry was and just take a look at the chart.
It was 56. That's what I entered today. Yeah, it was 56 was the entry.
We'll be back after dinner. Sounds good, Tiger. Around 9 a.m.
Yeah, right around there. It was like 9:15. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a look. Are you at a Chinese food restaurant?
No, I'm at I'm at the cigar bar, smoking a cigar and some whiskey. Yeah.
I thought I heard a guy speaking in Asian language.
Oh no.
So you and Butters, you live close, right?
Yeah, we're about an hour away from each other.
Okay. And he never said, can I come and hang out at your house for like 2 weeks and look over your shoulder?
He does. It's just, I don't know. I've tried to teach him what I do, but apparently what I do is extremely hard for people to understand. I've tried to teach it to multiple people over the years, and out of the people I've tried to teach it to, there's basically one dude that has gotten it to where now he banks real good. I mean, but he's the only one that ever seemed to really understand it, because I do a lot. My setups require a lot, and they're all like higher time frames, and a lot of things have to happen for me to be comfortable with taking the trade, like multiple areas of confirmation on multiple time frames. It has to, take out certain areas and reject certain areas for me to even consider taking the trade.
Because what I was going to say is, I would think that for a person to pick it up would have to have an understanding of the markets and, how markets move and how they take out levels. And Butter seems to have that understanding already. He doesn't, he's not green behind the ears. He does have a handle on how the markets act and what they can do.
He's definitely gotten a lot better at it over the last few months. His downfall, like 10 out of 10, his downfall is that he can't take losses. When he takes a loss, he full tilt every single time. And it screws him because he'll be way up. Like I've seen him where he's like got to be like $2,800 on the account. Like it's ready to pass. You know what I mean? And then he takes one losing trade of like $200 or $300. And then from there on out, instead of just shutting it down and coming back tomorrow, he just goes full tilt.
That's a tough nut to crack.
Yeah,
I can tell you from personal experience. That's a tough nut to crack. It's sometimes I say to myself, that's gambler's mentality, and I see it, and you have to fight it. You have to find a way. You have to find a process to fight it.
I agree.
To not have it part of your day anymore.
Yeah, or another thing that he does that it hurts him is that he's got a pretty good handle on what I do, but he will not wait for the confirmations. So he'll try to get in early, and then it'll, he didn't wait for the confirmation, so it'll go a little opposite, and then he gets scared and he'll just take the loss, and then it does exactly what he thought it was going to do because he didn't wait for that confirmation. Yeah,
it sounds like we suffer from the exact same problems.
Yeah,
that's why I don't know if you remember, I posted a poll, and the question was, if a trade goes against you, do you find it harder to hold than if the trade moves in your favor right away? And the reason why I asked that question is because I do that sometimes too. I get in before the setup or before the confirmation. I suffer a little pain before it actually triggers. And because I suffered pain, I get out on the trigger because that's about break even or a very small profit. Because I'm scared now. I'm a week long or I'm a week short. I get out and then the thing plays out perfectly. And I say, wow, what a fucking idiot I was. All I had to do was wait for the full setup to appear. I wouldn't have suffered any pain and I would have had full TP as opposed to suffering pain and trading for break even, basically.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's hard to sit and draw down, especially if you're not expecting it. Like if you're not expecting a lot of drawdown, and then you get into like 8-9 points of drawdown, like that's hard for people to sit through. Like 100%, it's very hard for them to sit through. And I get it. I went through that. I went through that. It took me a solid, I would say honestly, like a solid year and a half of every single day sending shit to really get over it.
It's just so crazy the stupid things we do as traders. It really is. It again, like I said, I have a curiosity and. How we do things that we know are wrong just baffles my mind. And it doesn't baffle my mind how other people do it. It baffles my mind, how I do it. Like when you know better, you know not to put your hand on the stove. I don't put my hand on the stove. I haven't done it since I was 4. Why do we do it in the markets? Why do we put our hand on the stove when we know it's wrong?
It's just your emotions get to you. And this is a game where like, your emotions can't play. They can't. Like you're not gonna win consistently if your emotions play. And a lot of it is like you could be consistent, get consistent. And I think with a lot of new traders, the problem is that they'll be extremely consistent for a week or 2 weeks, and they get that cockiness. They're like, I got this shit. I'm the king of the fucking world. And then all of a sudden they take that loss and their ego gets just absolutely smashed. And now they're like, oh shit, I got to get this back. Instead of just taking their lump and calling it a day and coming back the next day, the ego kicks in and they're like, I got to get this shit back. And then it fucks them because they take trades that are uneducated or they don't wait for confirmations or any of that shit because their ego kicked in and that fucks them.
You know what? I have it almost like that, but a little bit differently because I know I have skills and I believe in my heart, deep down, without a doubt, I have skills. What happens is sometimes I get over cocky, and when I have a loss, I don't say I have to make it back. I say I know I can make it back, which is still bad, because there are going to be days the markets just don't pay according to the way I trade. The way I trade, there are going to be days when the market is just going to slap me left and right all day long, and you have to identify that day quickly and bail.
Agreed.
Come back tomorrow. Let it reset. Let the markets reset and come back tomorrow. It'll be all new patterns and all a different personality.
Yeah. Like Butters took a hell of a day yesterday. He had a pretty bad day because he got stuck in a bias.
I remember he said,
He got stuck in a bias and he had a bad day. But yep. And that'll fuck you. Getting stuck in a bias. But then today he got into a trade. It would have went his way, but he didn't feel right about it. So he got out for a very minimal, it was like $10 loss or some shit, very minimal. And he was like, you know what? Today's just not my day. And he locked his account out and walked away, which was the best thing he could have done.
Yeah.
But it is hard, man. It is a hard job. Like you got to be a little bit mentally unstable to want to do this for a career.
Yeah. It is. It's interesting. It's crazy. It's so easy to do, but it's so hard to do. And here's what I mean. And I keep saying it many times on the stream. If you applied for a job and the guy told you, I'm going to pay you $1,000 a day, and this is what you have to do. Just sit in the front of the screen. It doesn't matter whether I win or I lose. You don't even need to see the numbers. But if you don't do what I tell you, I'm not going to pay you. A lot of people would apply for $1,000 a day job, and they would really respect the rules because they want that $1,000 a day. So it's all the way we frame it in our mind. It's all the way we frame it in our mind. If you frame it in your mind that this is a job you're getting paid to do, and you can only enter when it It's fully triggered. You got to respect your stops. Yeah, you're going to have slippage. You know, as your employer, I understand that. You're not going to get the exact right price every time. But I don't want to see it go through the stop and you add to the trade. That's not acceptable, you know? It would be so easy to do in that case. Everyone can do it. Everyone who suffers with discipline can do it if that was the case. Maybe you got to change the number for $1,000 a day, but if I gave you $5,000 a day, I think everyone suffering discipline would be able to do it. So it's like, you know, Anthony Robbins would say, you just got to frame it differently in your brain.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that entirely. But it takes time. But once you get it, I mean, this is something that you could do for the rest of your life. The market's not going anywhere. It'll make you fairly successful. You know, even if you aren't out here making, bangers every day. I mean, if you're just making a couple $100 a day, man, that's enough to live off of, where you don't have to go to a 9 to 5, and you can buy your time back, which is the most important thing in life, is like having your time.
Yeah, good attitude. Yeah, the right attitude, actually, also. Yeah, I'm discouraged, I swear. I mean, I know my weakness. And for a long time, I was saying that, I wouldn't trust myself to trade my own live account, because sometimes my weakness gets the best of me. But I really thought I had it. I thought I had it corralled. And it's been a long time. I mean, I had a couple of slip-ups, but they were small. It's kind of like, I don't want to use the word, I don't want to talk about alcoholics, because a person who's an alcoholic might get, sensitive and say, don't compare it to that. But I don't know what else to use an example. So I am going to use it. But for me, my slip-ups were like an alcoholic who would open the bottle and smell it. He wouldn't take the drink, but still, you shouldn't be opening the bottle and smelling it.
Yeah.
So it is a slip up, but it's a minor slip up. But today was like, I got 2 bottles and I drank, and it was bad.
You know what? But at the end of the day, man, did you learn your lesson, or did you learn from your mistake today? As long as you learned from your mistake today, that's all that matters.
I did learn from my mistake, but I got to find a way to make sure I never repeat it. And sometimes you just stop thinking. You just, your frontal lobe or your cortex, whatever it is, the front of your brain, the thinking part of your brain just goes to sleep, or your emotional brain takes over, shuts it down, and you're running on instinct, and and then before you know it, you're saying, fuck, what happened? What did I do?
Yeah. How long have you been doing futures?
Oh, geez. If I were to have to say on and off, be 3.5 years.
Okay, gotcha. And you've gotten some payouts and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. And you have quite a few fundeds, don't you?
I think about 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. I have 6.
Yeah, so I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like, you're still up on the game, you're still doing good, for the most part, like, and you're learning from your mistakes every time, and every time you make this mistake where you go in full tilt, you're gonna learn from it, and you'll start doing it less and less and less, because the fear won't be there anymore, or if it, or whatever it is, the ego.
If you would have heard my streams on. I mean, you're there, but I'm just saying, you don't hear every part. You're not there. I know the last couple of days, maybe the last 5 streams, I've been talking like, it's almost like someone said, you know what? Get off your fucking high horse. You stupid, arrogant fuck. Because I was talking with some strong language. I was saying things like, I'm on the other side of the fence now. I've seen the light, and And I don't understand why I didn't get here sooner, and it's crazy, I'm really surprised that I had the kind of day that I had today. I'm really surprised. I didn't think I would ever come back to this style of trading, or what I saw.
If the market's good at anything, it's extremely good at humbling people.
Yep.
Yeah, it is good for that. I mean, but like I said, you live, you learn, you'll get better every year.
That's it. Look, the way I look at it, I know Oliver Velez used to say, sometimes you don't even see it, but you still are making 2 steps forward, 1 step back, even though sometimes you don't see it, even though your numbers maybe don't show it. And the frequency between these types of blow-ups is really getting farther and farther apart.
Which is fantastic. You know,
yeah, that's the important
that's
thing. I mean, I do see that. I know that. I'm very self-aware, and I do know that the frequency of these, and I also know that I'm very quick to get back on to trading properly. Like now, I just took a 2-lot, and tomorrow also, I know I'll be fine because I just can't let it happen. So I think it was maybe just unfortunately a case of me. I think I let the door open due to overconfidence. I'm thinking that's what, I'm not blaming it. I'm taking full responsibility. But if I have to identify what the catalyst was, I think it was I was starting to feel a little bit overconfident.
That's fair.
My shit don't stink, as Joker used to say.
Uh-huh.
I can do whatever the fuck I want. I thought I was that good already.
And I mean that happens, you know, and you know, and like I said, you know, you're learning from it, and now you're gonna get. How many accounts did you trash? By the way, I didn't hear you say.
Oh, today?
Yeah.
3, 2 in Apex and 1 Top Step. Evals.
Did you cook them? Just evals? You cooked
Yeah,
them?
yeah.
Now?
No, I didn't touch my PAs. I'm good with my PAs. I always respect them.
Oh yeah, that's all that matters. Oh, that's even better. I mean, if you go full tilt on an eval, yeah, it sucks, but at least you're learning the lesson on an eval and not like a funded account where you're like, man, this really sucks.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. My brain farted. No. There was a funded in Apex today. That was the first one.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Mistake.
It's all right. Did you cook it completely?
Yeah. That was the first one. But actually, now that you're reminding me about it, it wasn't overconfidence. It was the fucking platform. It froze, and it fucked me up. You know, it wasn't a huge trade. I think it was an 8-lot or something. I don't remember. I'd have to look back. But anyways, I was with Omnius, and the platform froze. And when it went to TP on my other charts here, I saw, but I couldn't get out. And then by the time my platform unfroze, I was at a loss, and then I said, fuck you, and I don't know, I probably got out of it. I don't remember again, but either way, it put me on tilt. So that was...
What platform?
Ninja Trader.
Yeah.
Which I find weird, because it's Ninja Trader with Tradevate, which is usually stable. Ninja Trader with Rhythmic is not, but Ninja Trader with Tradevate is stable. I haven't had problems with it, but now today I was getting those orange hanging orders.
Yeah, and who was it? Apex? Was it an Apex account?
Yeah, Apex.
That's the only time I've ever had a problem with accounts like freezing up like that with any of my platforms at all, is always when it's Apex accounts. I have a bunch of them, and I'll be 100. I just don't even trade them. Like I really don't. Because I just can't trust them. Like, I've had so many fuck-ups while using Apex.
Yeah,
and then,
and
like,
it's
just bad
inexcusable.
service.
It's inexcusable.
It really is. And it's like, it's never like, and I mean, they'll fix it usually. Like, they'll fix the fuck-up. But, like, still, like, I shouldn't have to deal with it. So, I don't know. I just lost trust in them completely. So, I was like, I'm good here, and I quit using them. You know, I don't know, my go-tos are, you know, like I said, like Bulenox is one of my go-tos, and then a couple other ones, but they're just who I like. I don't have any problems with them. I see that Bulenox, didn't they just get Project X? Isn't that your, like, go-to is Project X?
Yeah, I just I moved all my accounts to, Project X. I think it's been a week now. I love it. I mean, that trade copier is phenomenal.
Yeah,
it's not a trade copier.
You can't use range charts with Project X, though, can you?
You mean the Renkos?
No, range.
I'm not sure if you can get a range chart up.
I don't think you can. When I tried them, when they first came out with
a range chart,
you couldn't use any range candles on them, so that was a fail for me right there.
Yeah. No, point and figure, Kagi, line break, Renko, Heiken, high-low columns. Yeah, no, there's no range chart.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people use range.
You see, that's funny, because you use range. If you use range, oh, shit. What the fuck? You don't want to know. Close position.
Whoops.
I'm looking for your range chart, and I just sold a 15 lot an NQ on my top step account.
Needs to exit quick.
Yeah. I made 38 bucks.
Hey.
Range charts. Range charts are like Renkos, except range charts overlap. The theory behind a range chart is the range of each bar is the same. Let's say 10 points, but it can overlap.
Yeah, but how they populate is by contracts. So if you have like a 60 range, 60 contracts have to be filled before a new contract.
Oh no, then you're talking a volume chart.
I mean, their range, that's what they're called, is range. It's a range chart, so.
Okay, no, I know range charts to be exactly like Renko's, but, because there's tick charts, volume charts, range charts, Renko charts, so, okay, but I know what you're talking about. A volume chart, a range volume chart, so whatever you said it, 1,000 contracts. I'm actually using a 400 volume chart for NQ. I like it.
Yeah. I use range charts, and then I use higher time frames. Range charts are more my entries, and then higher time frames are like my confirmations.
Yeah. No, I'm liking also the volume or the range chart there for entries. Tiger, you were asking if I do charts for futures or the robot does the work. No, I'm not running any robots now because I switched over to. I switched over to Project X with Bulenox, so there's no more robots for me there. It has to be running on NinjaTrader, and if I'm putting up Project X on my main screen, that means NinjaTrader is running on my secondary computer, and that's the one you see me leaning forward, and it's harder for me to trade, so I don't have any bots running on there. And to be honest with you, I didn't really have any bots that I was fully confident in at the moment anyways. I was forward testing a few that looked like they had promise, but I got to tell you, I was forward testing many before that looked like they had promise, and I had to throw them in the dustbin. So I'm not running any robots right now, or any bots.
Oh, excuse me. Well, the bots, like I've tried bots before, and I still have one or two, but I don't really like them. I don't know. For me, it just doesn't predict enough shit, and it's all on how you code them. I understand that, but that's not, I don't know. I was never a fan. I just prefer manual look at it. I know what it's doing, set my shit, walk away.
Yeah.
No, nothing against people that use them if it works for you. I mean, isn't Omnius primarily bots?
Yeah, he does seem to be about 80% running with bots. Yeah, that would be my guess.
He's got a pretty good win rate, doesn't he?
Very high, but the risk is per trade is high.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly how he does it, but yeah, the risk is a little high.
Like a 1-to-1 or worse than that?
No, much worse than that. I would say maybe 1R gain for like 3R risk or 4R risk.
Yeah, that's no.
But he likes them because the win rate is very high. It's like 96%, 95%, he says, or in the 90s.
That's pretty high.
And he knows to use it only to pass evals. So he knows that, again, like I trade, it's a 73% probability, let's say, that we're going to go to, I'll say 920 right now. Okay. Right now, there's, for us to trade down to 920, I wouldn't say 73, but based on experience, because we're on the opposite side, there's about a 65% chance we're going to trade down to 920. But it doesn't mean it's going to happen. True. And even if it's 73%, there's still a 27% chance it's not going to happen. It's like when someone says maybe means maybe not. So he knows to use it because of that inverted risk to return. He knows to use it for evals only because most likely he's going to go on a winning streak and it'll pass his eval.
Okay, so when he actually trades though, he's manual.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't trade his sim-funded accounts, let's call it that. That's what it is. He doesn't trade those with the bots. His bots are for passing evals, as far as I know. Don't quote me 100%, but as far as I know, and as far as he's told me and what I understood, he uses it to pass his evals.
That's fair. Are you?
Yeah, and he's pretty strict with it. Like, he was close to passing one. I think he was $20 away. And he said, I'm just going to let it run. And it brought him all the way down to, like, I said, no, you're $20 away. You take a manual trade with a 3-lot or a 2-lot, you know? You don't just keep running it the way it's, you know, it's going for $200 trades. It's ridiculous. No, I'm going to let it go. I want to see. It brought him down. He was a little discouraged. I think he went down to like 52,300. Maybe, if I remember. Again, you know my memory. It's weak, but I think that was the start. But anyways, he got it back up and he passed. He was happy. He said it came through.
Do you have any live accounts?
Who? Me? No. If I do open a live account, though, it would 100% be with Day Trade the World. I don't know if you guys know about it in the States, but it's the greatest deal in the world. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, I just meant like live through. Yeah, I guess like any of your funded accounts. Eventually, they'll turn some brokerages will turn you live. Like my funded futures will put you live. Like my funded futures accounts are all live.
Yeah. You're live with MFFU?
I am. Yeah, them and Blue Sky.
Oh, so I have a couple of questions for you, but I don't want to ask them online.
Yeah, feel free to just shoot me a message.
Yeah, Day Trade the World. What they are is they are a prop firm that allows you to open up an office, and you can have you can open up a prop firm, but you are required 100% to have the traders have to be physically in your office. Nobody can be remote. Now, what you do is you put down a $3,000 security deposit.
Yeah.
And for yourself, because you can trade also as the owner of the room or the prop firm, and anybody else working for you, they put you on a formula where you start off with like $30 or $50 risk. You can set it yourself. You can raise it, you know. But if you're just going on their formula, it starts off at $30. But then they fund you as you keep going higher and higher. You can go up to 5,000. That's per day. Sorry, per day. Your personal daily loss limit is less. When you start off, it's $30. After 10 days, they start to reevaluate you on a daily basis based on an average of your last 10 or 20 days performance. So you can, very quickly, within 20 days, you can be up to like 300, 400 a day risk. There's no consistency rules. Like you can make $8,000. They don't care. Because
like what about they don't care. So will they adjust your daily loss per, like, so say the first day I get in with them, I take like a $1,500 banger, right? Are they going to adjust my stop to that $1,500, or are they going to only adjust it by like what they think is fit? So like it goes from $30 to $100.
It's a mathematical formula. They just look at the average you make, but they're going to wait 10 days. So if you're just starting, you're going to wait 10 days. They're going to look at what you made the past 10 days. They're going to divide it by 10 and then cut that into a few pieces, and then that's what it'll be. So if you're averaging $1,500 for 10 days, if you're up $15,000, let's say, right? And every day was $1,500, they're going to say, okay, you make $1,500, we'll give you 66% of that as your personal daily loss limit. So you can make $1,000, you can risk $1,000 a day now. And that's on their dime, not on your dime. So, I mean, they're really, really good. And you only put down that first, the $3,000 security deposit. Yeah.
Now, do you have to put down, does everybody that, say I were to hire 5 people to work in my office?
Nope,
now,
same $3,000. Same $3,000. As long if you don't chew into that, you don't put any more money. It's only if you chew into it.
I don't know enough people that are good enough to do that, but still.
Yeah, it's great. It's a phenomenal setup. And the other thing is, if you want to start higher, let's say you want to start with $200 personal daily loss limit, right?
Yeah.
So they multiply that by, I think it's by 3. So 200 times 3 is 600. You got to give them an extra 600 if you want to start off. If you say, I want to start off with 2, they can say, okay, we want the $3,000 deposit, which is refundable. It's not their money. It's refundable.
Oh.
Like if you decide you don't want the room anymore, that's your money. It goes in your account. It's not a payment to them. It's not like you're buying an account.
Yeah.
It's just a deposit in your account, just for security.
So if I wanted to give my guys like a $2,000 daily loss, I just have to put that amount of money in the account. Basically.
Right at the bat, it's about, I think it's 2.5. So you're gonna have to put up 5,000 extra. It's a multiplier of 2.5. If you're starting off right
throw
away,
$8,000 in, and you could. That's not terrible.
yeah, that if you put in $8,000, but if you lose the first day, let's say you lose 500,
Yeah.
everything gets reset. So tomorrow you're starting at $30 again.
Oh,
But
shit.
wait, no.
Okay.
That's only because you chewed into your 2,500. So if you lost 500, you have 2,000 now. Since you went into the computer and you said you want $1,000 as your daily loss limit, you need 2,500. Since you don't have 2,500, since you only have 2,000, we revert you back to $30. But you're also a risk manager as the owner of the room. So what you do is you go right back into your account and you just figure out what times 2.5 is $2,000, and that's 800. So you can now set your daily loss limit to $800 because 800 times 2.5 is 2,000. 816 plus 4, it's 2,000. So they'll say, yep, you can have 800. They'll give you 800. And the great thing about this also, what I love, is their computer, it shuts you down.
Yeah.
And it literally shuts you down. If you hit your personal daily loss limit at $801, it shuts you down. And there is nothing you can do. You cannot go in the system. You cannot call them and say, give me, bring it now down, raise it or whatever. It's tomorrow. So
I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to look into that. But I feel like it would just be extremely hard to find, a couple of people that would even be able to withhold within a $500 daily loss.
But the thing is, I had the room for. We were doing stocks, but you are able to do futures because I did have futures up, but I was just like looking at it at those times, out of the corner of my eye. So I wasn't trading it. But me and my son were doing it, and no, we never had anybody. It was just us. It was just over here, and they said, I told them it's in my basement. You guys know, right? I don't have an office. I don't plan on hiring other traders. And they said, that's fine. Just if you do let anyone, you cannot let them do it remotely. If your son moves out to his girlfriend's house, he can't do it anymore. You must be at the physical location. And you have to also rent. You have to make a payment for this thing. They call it the P8 cube. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a router. And everybody who's trading has to be plugged into that. So that's how they monitor that. They know that you're at a physical location. Someone can't be using a VPN or whatever. That you actually need a physical connection into that router, and they're tracking you. They're tracking you like that.
Yeah, that would be cool, man. I mean,
but even that, you get your money back. That's $500 for that thing.
Yeah.
But even that, you get your money back. When I closed down the room, you know what they said? Film yourself, not with pictures, make a video of you smashing it with a hammer, send it to us, and when you send it to us, we send you back your $500. And they did. They were, it was great.
That's cool.
All the money in the account came back to me, all the money that was there, and $500 for that. It's like, it's completely different than all the other prop firms. It's a different world completely.
I also just remembered that I just signed up for that. I signed up for the Ninja Trader contest.
Oh my God, I forgot about it. Is it this Friday?
I don't know. It was like 10 days when I signed up, so I think it's next week. But
Monday. Someone was saying they all start on Mondays.
Yeah. I mean, it should be fun. I mean, it sucks that you can only use 3 micros, but And
it's a 1 day, eh? I think someone said it's a 1 day competition.
It's 8 hours. That's it. So what is it? Just whoever makes the most money in 8 hours?
I guess. Whoever gets lucky.
I'm going to lose, but, I'm going to try.
I don't know. I mean, your approach is pretty good. I think, someone like you stands a really good chance. For me, it's almost impossible. I mean, I could squeak out on a 3 lot, that's $6?
Yeah.
If it's really good day, I could squeak out 50 points. That's not going to do it.
If we're using micros, I'm straight up going gold because I did see gold was an option. Gold pays the most on 3 micros. I'm going to just gold all day. The whole 8 hours, and hopefully gold's moving that day.
Yeah.
See, now, I didn't really read it yet. Can you trade multiple at once? Can I be in like 3 in gold, 3 in NQ, 3 in ES?
I didn't even think about that. I don't know. I'm guessing no. I think what I understood, it was capped at 3 micros. Max position size was 3 micros.
Damn.
But they didn't. Why? But why wouldn't they specify? Why wouldn't they say max position size total, max
Per ticker.
3 micros or 3 micros per instrument? You know, be specific. Jesus Christ, is it so difficult to throw in an extra word? Doesn't
Right.
cost you money to type it in. I hate when people aren't specific.
Right. I'm gonna have to read through the whole thing. Probably do that this week or tonight, or maybe tomorrow. I'll just read through the whole thing. Just see what I can do. Yeah, I mean, it should be fun. I don't have intentions of winning, but I think it should be fun. I think I could at least place in the, I'd like to place in at least the top 10. I think that would be cool.
Yeah. Well, the prizes. I mean, the first place prize, if I understood, on the second part of the competition, I think it's $100,000. That's a lot of
Yeah.
money.
Yeah,
That's a lot
good
of money for
competition.
someone who's probably just going to get lucky twice. If the second part is also a one-day thing, then honestly, for me, it's a coin flip. It's like get 1,000 people, you all flip. Whoever gets heads advances to the next round, and you just keep doing that until someone is a winner. It's like, when you make it such a short-term competition, there's no skill in there. It's really luck. It's, was your system in tune with the markets that day?
Yeah, and people are going to be Hail Mary and shit. No
Yeah,
problem.
everyone's going to be Hail Marying. Everyone's going for that 80-yard pass.
Hell yeah, they are.
Because you have no
can't blame
choice. That's the only way you can win.
That's true, and you can't blame them. And I mean, I don't have a problem sitting in shit. If I see the right entry, I'll let that shit motherfucking hold the whole 8 hours, man.
Yeah.
I should be fun though. It'll be a good time. I wouldn't mind starting my own challenge of like actual people that can trade real well and maybe put up a cash prize and shit. I think that would be a lot of fun to get people involved in.
Yeah.
But I also think that I don't do social media that much. This is about the extent of social media I do is hopping on here with you. I don't think I'd have the subscriber base to even get enough people to do it.
Yeah, if you're going to require people to put up their own cash, that's going to be, like even if you were going to say $500 and everyone
No,
does
I mean, I'm just saying I would give a cash prize and you could enter
Oh,
the
no,
contest.
okay, no, I thought you wanted like almost like the Robbins Cup, everyone open up a $500 account with like AMP futures or something.
No, I would just do it I would just open a YouTube channel for it and I would just live stream the whole fucking contest.
Yeah.
Nothing like huge. Like I'm not gonna give away like a $10,000 prize or nothing. Just like $500. Whatever.
Okay. No, yeah, gotcha. So to enter
Just
the
for, like-
competition, what username is needed? Is it Tiger? Sorry about that. 943. Oh, you just wrote it. Okay, perfect. It's not even late. No, you just go to Ninja Trader. Here, let me get you the link. It's in my Discord. Are you in the Discord? But yeah, you use your Ninja Trader login. And if you don't have one, you can create one. So you don't even stress about that. Here, let me get you the link. Okay, yeah, if you see it in the Discord, perfect. Yeah, it's in Discord. Just go there and click that link, and it'll bring you to the page and sign up. Open up an account, and you're ready to go. Just make sure you click confirm. I think you had to do it like 2 or 3 times to actually be registered. It wasn't on the first page. You clicked confirm or whatever, or register, but you still weren't registered. You still had to do it like a little bit more information or something. That's just the way I remember.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna get off here. I'm leaving here. I'm gonna go back to my house. I will talk to you
perfect.
gentlemen later.
Yep. Thanks for hanging out. It was fun. Thanks for the info.
No
Thanks
problem.
for the pep talk.
For sure, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, no problem. Talk soon. Bye. Okay, I got a little long over here. Where are my glasses? I'm not even wearing my glasses. Okay. Let's see what I can do with this. Where's the stop on this? What am I long at? Let's get that first at 35. And my stop is at 27. Okay, so risking 8 points. If we go down a little bit more, I'll add. It's a small position. I really don't care. 35, 31, I'll add. There we go. And we're still stopping out at 27. So about a 6-point stop on a 4 lot. And if we get above my average purchase price, I'll unload a little bit. That will improve my Original entry. That's what I like to do anyways. Actually, I'll just lighten it up right here if I can get out. I don't even mind for like a half a point loss. Oh, well, just flick me out. No, we were so close. Let's try again. Go the other way. Boosh. Boosh. There we go. Now I have a 2 lot. Okay, my average price is 33. Okay, it keeps the average price. Let's see if Omnius sent me a text. He's having problems with his computer. Poor guy. I know the pain that causes. I hate it. 946. I guess this will be my last trade. Hopefully it'll work out. I don't really trade often in the evening. No, that's it. Stopped out. Let me go. Join the ask at 27, 28, whatever it is. Take me out. So, pretty much break even for the evening. Yeah, I think I'll take off. Have a good night, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow if I'm streaming, and if not, on the next night. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. There's a lot of news, if I remember, on Thursday. I got to print up the sheet. There seems to be a lot of things coming through. Anyways, thanks a lot for showing up, Tiger. Had a good time. And if you signed up for the competition, go into Discord. I have a room there. We're going to have a little competition within a competition. Hold on, let me open it up. I think we told you about it. Ninja Trader 400k competition. Everyone enters in their names, and we're going to track each other's success just among ourselves. So enter in your username when you get it, if you want. You too will do. Okay, take care. Talk soon. Let me just figure out how I find the close button now. There we are. I found it. Bye.